What's up, everybody? Holy Night Atlas with you here, bringing you Fairytail final season anime review. This is episode 302, or 25, depending on where you go watch it. Titled The Third Seal. This was an amazing episode. We had a lot of action and at the same time story progression going on. We have Natsu and his group headed with Brandish to talk to August about negotiation and stuff. And Mist was hiding in the back watching them because he didn't really trust Brandish. And he was like, "What's wrong with y'all guys? You're trusting her to negotiate on our behalf and you haven't handcuffed her. Like, what's going on?" And Natsu was like, "I already tell you she's not a bad person, so let's just not worry about the details." And he gets upset at Natsu and he starts screaming at him saying, "How can we not worry about these details? They're important." And Brandish cut off their argument. She was like, "Do we have to walk the rest of the way?" And Natsu was like, "Yes, no courage, because, if he gets in a courage, he's going to throw up, get, motion sickness and stuff." But then Happy was like, "I'm sorry, I can only carry one person at a time." And Brandish get this smart idea. You see in the thumbnail. She used her power on him, boop, and Happy is now a giant. So now they're riding on Happy to go over there and meet August. And when that happens, we skip over to the battlefield. And we see Sting in Vogue, and it's mainly Sting, but he's kind of like upset crying because, his defeat and the embarrassment that they had to suffer, being crucified and stuff like that. And Yukino comes out of nowhere and she slaps him and she pulls him back into it. And they had this little cute moment between them. I'm not really a fan of like Sabretooth, so it's like for me it's like eh. But it is what it is. And Sabretooth and Blue Pegasus got back into the battle and started battling and stuff like that. And we didn't really get to see much of their battles, but we seen some of their old techniques again, which was pretty nice. But then we get Bloodman. Bloodman comes back into the picture. And we don't get to see Leclerc this episode because he's still hiding in the shadows. But Bloodman comes out and he starts, devouring people with his magic. And Gajo this time intercepts him. And they start to, scrap. And then we find out something very interesting about Bloodman. We find out that Bloodman he doesn't use magic, he uses curses. And his power is known as the Ninth Demon. And basically, he could use all the demon's curses from the Tartarus. So, Silver's magic, the Necromancers, Mark Garris, Kohaka, the other chick, who else? Jackal. He could use all of their curse magics. Which is broken. Super broken, actually. Especially since curses is strong against magic. It's like, yo, he's a broken character. And we actually see Gajo actually struggling to not just land a hit on this guy, but to even defend himself as well. And Livy's there and she's helping him out, and she has a gas mask, so she won't absorb the particles that he's releasing. And as they continue fighting, we get shift over to Jalal's group. And now remember, Jalal's group is over at Code 6, which is now part of his group, the Criminal Sorcery. And they're helping out in the far distance, shooting cannons at Alvarez, and everybody's freaking out, are they a new enemy or not? But somebody states in the group that since they're only shooting at the Alvarez members, they must be on our side. And Yuki, she has this weird feeling in her heart about something that's going on over there, and she can't put her, mind to it. But she keeps looking in the direction where that machine cannon is at. And it's funny because we also get to see all the members of the gang again. Yukino's, what's her name? Angel. We get to see Angel, which she looks just like an older version of Yukine. We get to see Cobra, Nightmare, the big guy who's always holding the Bible and he's smiling, and the dude Speeder, or Speed Racer, whatever his name is, as well, the guy with the speed powers. We see all of them again. And then in the castle, and the Cobra's getting seasick because, he's a dragon slayer. So that affects him too. Then we switch over to Irene, and I was telling her to apprentice not to join in because Lacard and Bloodman are good enough. She basically ends up rewriting her order, and she's like, "You know what, go ahead and go fight." And they want her, apprentice, the one with the blonde hair who's always smiling. She's like, "Why do we have to go in when you just said Bloodman and Lacard is good enough?" And she stated that they have about a third guest that's about to approach. And they go to, fight that in the battle. And then the third guest was, of course, the Orchid scale, or crime sorcery, as they call themselves now, because they're part of Jalal's group. So, crime sorcery was the third guest. But we found out, not just in the preview, but Irene herself said it, that there's a fourth guest coming, and he's pretty troubling. And they don't say who, but they say that it is a he. So if you actually watch the preview, you will know who it is, but I'm not going to say who it is yet. But she's tapping the floor, and the floor becomes red with beautiful red powder petals everywhere. And she's like, oh yeah, I forgot I was called the Scarlet Despair at one point in my life. What a beautiful, what an ugly title. Maybe I should find something more beautiful. And when she's dialoguing that to herself, and she's changing the battlefield red, we get to see the West Continent where Zareth army is coming from. And he notices that the ground's energy, magic, is switching to something else. And he dialogues to himself, Irene, what are you doing? And you also have his right-hand man there, too, Unreal, the wizard of ice, who's also an ice wizard. I believe they call him the Winter Soldier. He's the dude with the glasses and the long hair. He's there too, and he sees what Zareth is doing, and he notices the change as well. And then we get to shift over back to Livy and Gajo, and they fight with Bloodman. And Bloodman is putting some work in, like, everything Gajo does, and Livy, like, it fails. And we found out in this one part that Livy, she didn't lie, but she wasn't telling the whole truth either. That mask that she was wearing to cover from her breath so she wouldn't breathe in the particles, it wasn't a lie, but at the same time we found out that it wasn't the complete truth, because even though it can stop her from breathing in the particles, her body and everyone else that's living in that area is still absorbing the particles from their pores. So she was still spitting up blood with everybody else. And then she falls unconscious on the floor, and Gajo's like calling out to her, but sadly, no answer. And that was the end of the episode. Really good episode. If you watch the previews kind of give you minor spoilers on who this fourth guest is and what happened between the negotiation of Natsu's group and August. But I'm not going to really get into that because I know a lot of people don't like watching previews. So, or anime openings because of the, the graphics and stuff, and sometimes they ruin it for you. So I won't speak on that. But yeah, episode 302 or 25, wherever you go, a Fairytail final season. Great episode, great stuff. I can't wait to see Irene next episode. It's gonna be more, I want to say Irene based, but we do get to see some of her feats in August, so that's going to be very interesting. Especially since Mist himself stated that August energy is way, way off the scale than anything he's ever faced, which is kind of weird because he felt some powerful people before. He's been around powerful people fought. I mean, Actilogia, the Tartarus demons, Gildarts himself. So for him to say that he's never sensed an energy like this, that speaks volume of how powerful August is. Especially since August is known as the strongest man of the Ares Empire arc of the Ares Empire. So not including Zareth, of course, but and Irene is actually the second strongest. Or first strongest if you just count all the females. Either or. But yeah, I can't wait to see their feats next week and their battles and who they're going to go up against. Hopefully Lyrie don't die. I mean, at the beginning of Fairytail, she was like answer me. I didn't really care for her character, but throughout the years, I actually like her character. Same thing with Gajo, so hopefully they make it through this. Again, it is Fairytail, so we could imagine that they are. But can't wait to see how they're going to take down Bloodman. Very broken character. And if they're struggling with him, imagine Lacard. Because Lacard is still hiding in the shadows. He hasn't battled no one yet. So, and we know he's one of the top Spriggans. I believe it goes, August is number 1. Number 2 is Irene. 3 is Lacard. 4 is Bloodman. And 5, if I'm not mistaken, is Neidhart. Neidhart or Brandish. One of those two are number 5. But, and I forgot the rest of the ranks, but yeah, great episode, great stuff. But that's all I have for you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, share with your family and friends. Hit that notification bell for more. Follow me on Twitter. Link will be down below. Tell me your thoughts and comments and opinions on this video. and I catch you on the next one. Peace out.